Car shopping's confusing. Dealer price, list price, invoice. A lot of terms. What do they mean? Here's what they mean. On average, $3,000 off MSRP. New or used, go to True Car. More confident car buying experience. So, I got to throw this out there. So the Packers are working on a deal for Aaron Rodgers right now, and it's apparently going to pay him more than Jimmy Garoppolo. And he's 34 years old. He's still got 2 years left on his deal. And my takeaway is, don't sign. Has it gone that well in Green Bay? Have they always signed the free agents you've asked for? Your running backs are weak. They've let go of 2 to 3 good offensive linemen. Your receivers are okay. Your defense is good, but they haven't always re-signed players you want. Last year, you asked for Jared Cook, one guy. They wouldn't re-sign him. Like, why? Why is Aaron Rodgers, who cares if they're offered? Aaron Rodgers has $100 million net worth. He has more leverage than anybody in the NFL. No franchise needs their quarterback more than Green Bay needs Aaron Rodgers. I mean, you think LeBron has leverage. Aaron Rodgers has more because the NFL is a bigger deal than the NBA. He could ask for anything. He's got 2 years left. And here's what's amazing. So right now in Philadelphia, some business put up these billboards to attract LeBron. Philly wants LeBron. And it's really clever and it's really funny. And they show a basketball court and the king. And I love this. I think it's funny. It's legal. It's not the Sixers. And I'm thinking to myself, so some entrepreneurial fan is like, you know, obviously if I was LeBron, you'd be flattered by it. They are actively recruiting LeBron. Here's my thing. Aren't there a couple of NFL teams and NFL fan bases that should go out and buy billboards in Green Bay, Wisconsin? If I was a fan base in Arizona that needs a quarterback, I would go buy 5 or 6 billboards. I would buy them right next to the stadium in Lambeau. I would buy them right next to Aaron Rodgers' house. I know how Aaron Rodgers, you can Google where he probably lives somewhere, find the road he drives to the stadium, and I would put, I am not kidding you, you know it's not going to cost you much, and I would buy, if I was the Arizona Cardinals, 5 or 6 billboards that Aaron Rodgers would see every day driving to work. On one of the billboards, got sun? Just remind him about the weather in Arizona. Take a shot at the Packers. Cheese is unhealthy. Let him know as he drives to work. It's 84 here. Again, I would put billboards every day. Golf every day. Reminding Aaron Rodgers, dude, we salt margaritas, not sidewalks. I would let Aaron Rodgers know. Scottsdale equals Hotsdale. Wink, wink.
Is this cowboy music that we're playing?
Well, if I was the Dallas Cowboys, I'd do the same thing if I was a fan base. Right next to the stadium. Hey, Aaron, we sign free agents. Hey, Aaron Rodgers, our running back doesn't wear number 88. Hey, Aaron Rodgers, how about them Cowboys? No, really. How about it?
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Hey, Aaron Rodgers, all your exes don't live in Texas. Now, the Chargers are notoriously cheap, so they just bought one billboard. Yeah, I mean, that's the Chargers. But it's like this Philadelphia fan base, this is brilliant. I love it. They're like, hey, this isn't about the team. This isn't tampering. I'm surprised NFL teams. Aaron Rodgers, to me, has more leverage than any American athlete. Listen, I love Steph Curry, but they got Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. I love LeBron, but a Cleveland can rebuild. If LeBron leaves, they've got all sorts of cap space. Did you see what happened to the Packers when Aaron Rodgers got hurt? Teams, fan bases, billboards, Wisconsin. Go for it. Be aggressive. Christine with the news.
No.
Turn on the news. This is the Herdline News.
These billboard things are becoming so popular. One of the Williams sisters, the one who just had a baby,
yeah, Serena.
Her husband just bought 4 billboards to say, like, thank you for having the baby. I know. Strange, but the billboard thing is a big deal now.
It's a big deal.
Anyways, so I want to talk about this LeBron thing that you talked about at the beginning of the show. Only player to reach 30,000 points, 8,000 rebounds, and 8,000 assists. And, of course, he had to let us know, as if we didn't know already, more about it. And here he is talking about how it's such an incredible achievement.
It certainly is.
We do it on a regular. It's a very difficult task because you have so much responsibility offensively, defensively, defensive rebound to assist, get guys involved, and also be able to put numbers on the board as well. So it's very difficult, very challenging, and it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy.
Yes.
But when you built for it, you built for it.
I love it.
It's so incredible. It's such a difficult task. I don't know how I could possibly do such a great thing since I'm such a great player. And as if we didn't see it or hear it from LeBron, you could also find it on his Instagram, where he made sure that we know how amazing he is. His own Instagram. This is what he put up. He already congratulates himself for things before they happen. Now he is congratulating himself for this after it happened. And just so we didn't make sure, like, we can't forget this, the only player to ever reach, and then lists all the accolades that he's achieved. It's just surreal knowing where I came from, the bottom, just in case we didn't know, to accomplish a feat never done before in the league. I grew up only dreaming that I could, I mean, come on. Is he trolling us? I can't not.
I think he's trolling you.
I think he is trolling me.
You and Skip, he's going after you.
Because how can you not laugh at this? Even you're laughing.
I'm laughing at you because it drives you crazy.
You're listening to the soundbite, and he's like, this is just such an incredible thing. I don't even know how I was able to do this. It's so difficult when I'm out there on the court to be able to do all of these things by myself. I just don't get it.
It aggravates you so much that I find it hysterical.
It's just like, we know the team celebrates you, the fans celebrate you, you celebrate you, and then you celebrate you in every platform you can possibly find.
One of these days you're going to bump into LeBron and
I'm going to for sure bump into him. I've bumped into him before when he was here for the All-Star game. Like, it's for sure going to happen, and I did it. But I would say to him the same thing. I've talked to some of his guys in his crew. Like, this is just a strange thing to me. You're the greatest. That's awesome. Say you're the greatest, but don't remind us every single day. Every day I have to hear about how great he is. I know. That's like if it was your birthday party and you decided to throw yourself 5 birthday parties, and then you also decorated the streamers and put up things up on the wall that said Colin's the greatest. Like, stop.
That's not a terrible idea.
But you wouldn't do that.
No, I probably wouldn't.
It's just insane. I can't. I just think he's got to be trolling people at this point. Okay. So remember Isaiah Thomas talked about that he was traded and the Cavs were hitting the panic button and all that stuff. So now Tyronn Lue was asked if they actually are panicked, and we have Ty Lue's reaction to it.
How would you characterize the tone, the mood of the Cavs heading into the trade?
I'm panicking now.
Oh, come on. So if you wouldn't react that way unless that reporter's question kind of got to you.
I like the fact that a reporter asked it.
I do too.
I'm
all for a reporter asking a tough question.
Yeah, ask hard questions if you're a local reporter to the local people.
And it's a good question.
Yes.
I think that you could see based on Ty Lue's response that they're panicked.
Listen, it
depends what you define as panic. I honestly don't think LeBron thinks he's going to win a championship.
I think you're right.
I don't even know that he thinks he's ever going to win one again.
Listen, man, Michael Jordan was great. He just sat it out for a couple of years and went and tried baseball. To be at the top of the food chain here for like 15 years, LeBron was due a completely dysfunctional season. It's been a really dysfunctional season. Yeah. Kyrie left. They brought in IT. It didn't work. They re-scrambled it. You know how I called Andrew Luck last year was the lost season? Mm-hmm. This has been LeBron's completely dysfunctional season. And he's been going like boom, 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 boom. And it's like, this is not good. And listen, man, Michael Jordan broke a leg one year. Magic had the Tragic Johnson year when they called him Tragic Johnson. Larry Bird had weird playoffs and injuries late in his career. LeBron was due for not a perfect ending. And, like, this has been a dysfunctional year. No question.
He created it.
You know, of course, egos, vanity, and neediness. And
that pride thing. He's allowed to have.
What does Tony Gonzalez say? Ego have no amigo. And sometimes your ego gets in the way.
Well, so LeBron, I think I'm figuring this out. So LeBron isn't going to win another championship. He probably knows that. So he's got to, show us all the amazing things that he does so that he can be even in the same conversation as Michael Jordan. Here's an idea.
That's not a terrible theory, is that he knows he's not going to win a title, so he is becoming a little more individually. Yeah. No, I think that's not a bad theory.
hire a publicist. Have a publicist put out those messages for you. You don't need to put it everywhere and on your Instagram. Just like a dose of being humble would be nice. And finally, there's a reporter from the Providence Journal who wrote a piece about a month ago about Rob Gronkowski using the TB12 method with Alex Guerrero. And he's now saying that the Patriots tried to stop him from putting out that story. And in it, it talked about Gronk drinking more water, eating more vegetables, all good things, working with resistance bands. And it said that Gronk had lost fat, gained muscle, also sounds really good. So it reflected well, basically, on Alex Guerrero's training.
Right.
And the Patriots tried to put a stop to it.
To the article coming out.
Yeah. What does that say to you?
They're not trying to elevate Alex Guerrero's
Exactly.
rep.
Yeah.
They think he's getting a little too big for the room.
Right. So we had gone back and forth on whether or not Belichick was in on this whole thing, and they really are friends. I don't know, though. That's another example that would say that they weren't supportive of Guerrero.
I think they're as supportive as they feel they should or need be, but it's not Alex Guerrero's locker room. You know, it's typical Belichick. I like you to a point.
Yeah,
and
you have to stay in your place.
Yeah. Christine with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Live.